know if they're going to be a good affiliate marketer? Like what about their site when you look at it or your network team looks at it and says, yeah, that's the site we want to work on?
I think, again, this is one of the things that's really improved in the last few years is the user experience. And, publishers have become very sophisticated in what they do from what we were doing maybe 10 years ago. And that's a wonderful thing for us because we're all about making sure we have these great relationships between advertising and publishers and driving the sales and driving a really great user experience for those publisher users as well as making sure the advertisers and the publishers understand what each other's needs are. So I think most of the time is we always look at how good the usability of the site is, the user interface, and really understanding the business of that publisher to make sure there's some fit for them within our network. And it's very rare that that never happens because of the vast number of clients that we have, as well as we're always welcoming unique publishers as well as large-scale shopping niche publishers.
Got it. So a question for all of you. What's the impact on SEO as both an advertiser and a publisher? What should I be thinking about with regard to SEO and affiliate marketing? I'll start with you.
Well, as far as link trust goes with SEO, many of our clients are very concerned about the fact that because there's redirect links between the actual website and their product, that they're not getting the SEO that they really deserve. And so from a technology standpoint, we have to engineer our product to be able to maximize on giving the most SEO capabilities to our clients. Now, that really, from our perspective, that really is just allowing them to brand their tracking link or just do direct linking right to their website and not get in the middle between the publisher and their website.
Okay, so you have software that a advertiser can install directly on their own system. So the tracking is done just with direct links to the advertiser. There's no redirect.
Absolutely, and some clients don't really care about the SEO effects at all, and others are very sensitive to it. They have a brand and they're very keen on protecting that brand and utilizing that to the maximum all over the internet. So we have to essentially make sure that we're very innovative and that we're trying to pass on as much of the SEO positives as we can to that brand and not get in the way of their advertising effort, but just to facilitate it in the way that they need to have it done.
Okay. Philip, what about as an advertiser? Do you feel the same way? Are you one of those SEO sensitive advertisers, or not?
The SEO is really up to the affiliate, the partner, right? Their website, they're going to monetize that to the fullest, put in all the right links and make sure that it's Google friendly, if you will. I can't say that the tracking links that we use have had a large impact into the SEO of the sites. I know that Commission Junction uses a redirect, which doesn't work well with SEO, obviously, and can't speak to Linkshare. I'm not really sure which technology they use, but I can't say that it's had a negative impact. I've been doing this for over 10 years, and I haven't had any angry affiliates. Why are you working with these guys? They're running my SEO.
Got it.
So.
Okay. Gary, why don't we ask the Linkshare source? What publishers and advertisers, how do they feel about SEO?
It's definitely, I think, in the last year or so with some of the Google changes, it has impacted some of the publishers who were key performers before. And one of the things we're trying to do is really, again, just facilitate relationships between the advertisers and publishers to understand what they're allowed to do with that. It is, I think you touched on it before, is there is a sensitivity with it. And one of the ways that we've approached it is to help some of these publishers regain some of the traction in the network is to maybe work more directly with the advertiser to understand what they should be allowed to do, so there's no, trademark bidding or anything like that. But sometimes with the advertisers, they do enjoy the relationship they have with certain publishers, they will allow that. But a lot of the time, we are trying to help the publishers capture back some of the performance that they were doing before, and that's through a variety of methods. Maybe a little bit above my technical head, but it is something that we do support, because again, if the publisher is successful, it means the advertisers are getting great sales, and that means we're successful with the network. So we're always trying to support them.
So the publisher, I think you've all spoken to the SEO of the publisher, right? The publisher wants to be well ranked in Google. They use Linkshare links. Sounds like that either doesn't or marginally affects their SEO. What about the SEO of the advertiser? So I'm sure eHealth wants to rank really well, and at the end of the day, publishers are linking to you. So do you think about that at all? Like in terms of the people you engage with, does that help you to rank, or is that sort of not on your consideration side?
We don't share links with affiliates. It's something that we kind of tested early on, probably 6+ years ago. And as we've kind of evolved as a company and brought in our own in-house SEO team, we've had some different views on how that may or may not impact the business.
Okay.
So today we don't do that. We've got a very talented SEO team in-house,
Got it.
and anything that's put on our site, any type of link has to go through those guys, and they really look at that. So with respect to affiliates in SEO, there's definitely no impact or negative impact there. I don't think that they're impacting our rankings. We do have really strong rankings, but unfortunately I don't think it's because of the affiliates. I could be
Got it.
wrong. but-
Okay. Cool. Let's talk.
No, and I was just going to say, from our standpoint, it is the merchant that really is pushing the SEO. It
Right.
is the advertiser. The affiliate, from my understanding and my experience, doesn't care so much about getting any SEO off of the links that they're putting on their website, because they're not getting any anyways. What they really care about is the format of those links, so that Google doesn't flag them, or so that any other search engine doesn't flag them as just some kind of affiliate that is just spawning links all over the place, but that they actually have legitimate links to merchants' websites. And so, to the affiliate, it's about the structure of the link. To the merchant, it's about it being their domain of their website, right? And not having, and sometimes not having that intermediary redirect through a tracking system.
Got it.
So it's different facets for different people.
Okay, excellent. Maybe you guys could speak a little bit towards there's a lot of trust involved. A publisher sends a bunch of clicks over to a merchant, and then Linkshare or Linktrust or Unique Health says, okay, you made these many conversions, here's your check. How does the publisher know that you're accounting fairly with them?
That's a good question. Well, number one is if they don't have a tracking system, then they don't know.
Okay.
But this industry is built on trust. And so, to some degree, if you're working with Linkshare, you can feel comfortable with the clientele that they have, the traffic they have, and the long-standing reputation that you're going to get paid fairly and that everyone's going to track properly. But if you're working with somebody who doesn't have a tracking platform, whether it's Linkshare or a proprietary platform like Linktrust or whatever, if they're not using any tracking platform, it's very difficult in many times for them to track exactly what's going on in the first place. And so to have that trust, number one is you have to partner with a technology partner like Linkshare or Linktrust that knows what they're doing, that's been around, and has an ethical background in the industry of not doing things which would jeopardize the integrity and the trust that goes on between the merchant and the end user.
I absolutely agree with that. That's one of the key things is you've got to partner with someone who has the great reputation and the experience in the network. Because it is, like you said, it's a game of trust in some respects, because you're passing over these valuable users that are very loyal to you as a publisher, and you want the user experience for them to be great when they go over to the advertiser side. And in addition to that, in that process, you want to make sure that the tracking is all complete where it is. And part of our services we do as a network is, in these close relationships we have with our advertisers and our publishers, is we ensure whenever there is an issue there, that we resolve it quickly and efficiently, so the reputation of not necessarily Linkshare, but the advertiser and the publisher doesn't destroy that relationship.
Phil?
Right. No, I agree. It came to mind was reputation, and they both mentioned that working with the reputable companies and having a solid reputation as an advertiser. We've had our program since 2001, and thankfully everything is going really well, and our tracking has been solid. So that's definitely a big part of it, and service, customer service, and reputation
Cool.
for publishers.
The thing is that longevity in the industry is a huge plus when it comes to choosing who you're going to be partnering with, whether it's partnering with a merchant to run their products, or partnering with a Linkshare to get a host of products, or whatever it might be. But that trust has to be coupled with knowledge of how they are tracking, how they are doing their business. So companies that, there's always companies that come up all the time that want, for instance, us to build in features that we might consider a violation of trust with a publisher.
Really?
Because they want to make more revenue, or they want to avoid conversations that are unpleasant. And so we take it upon ourselves in many cases to make sure that we have to stand above that ethical bar. Because any slight deviation from what is true and accurate tracking is not only a black mark for the industry, but it's a black mark on our company as well.